was raised on American pride, where Daddy worked in the steel mill his whole life. Mama cooked in the kitchen, baking sweet apple pie. Now I'm over in this desert, keeping freedom alive. Uncle Charlie worked assembly lines. We bought our goods from the local 5 and dime. And every Saturday night at the drive-in show, $10 filled the gas tank and we're ready to go. Made in America, stitched in red, white, and blue. Calloused hands my daddy had to. All the times they're changing, but the words must stay true. Made in America by the red, white, and blue. Well, they're closing the factory lines. Another sign that there's change in our times. Gotta take back this land, keep the message alive. It's 3 simple words that we must not let die. Made in America, stitched in red, white, and blue. Oh, built by the calloused hands my daddy had to. All the times they're changing, but the words must stay true. Made in America by the red, white, and blue. They fought for what's right, put their life on the line. They tore down the wall, 1 brick at a time. And we must stand together, keep the freedom alive. Made in America, stitched in red, white, and blue. Calloused hands my daddy had to. All the times they're changing, but the words must stay true. Made in America by the red, white, and blue. Made in America, stitched in red, white, and blue. Oh, built by the calloused hands my daddy had to. All the times they're changing, but the words must stay true. Made in America by the red, white, and blue. Made in America by the red, white, and blue. Oh, made in America.
God bless America.
Original colonies. It's a known fact that a good number of the products we purchase today are made overseas or packaging that comes from other countries. To carry the Made in the USA claim, the Federal Trade Commission requires virtually all of a product to be of U.S. origin. But for the Made in America store in East Aurora, that still wasn't good enough. Their products are all 100% American. And since the store opened over 3 months ago, they're finding out that people really like all American products.
If you were to ask Mark Andol a few years ago if he thought he would have opened a store strictly to sell 100% American products, he would tell you the thought never crossed his mind. Not that he wasn't patriotic, but for the past 25 years, he was busy running his other business, General Welding and Fabricating, which he started out of his father's garage. 2 years ago, he lost a big account to a Chinese competitor, which struck a nerve, and that's when the idea for the Made in America store started to grow.
I think it gives people hope, that we can change, we can make a difference by buying American products, helping an American worker. It absolutely makes a change. The country is so out of balance. 80, 90% product the consumers buy are from overseas, My store is 100% American-made products, which is very hard to find. A lot of research. You might spend 20 hours on a product and find out the packaging or the ink or some component is not American-made, so I can't sell it in my store because that's my whole concept.
The Made in America store opened on April 3rd, and Mark was blown away by the response he received. Over 800 people stopped by that first day, some to just shake his hand for what he was doing for Americans. Now the store has over 1,200 different products and is on its third renovation.
We did our first expansion that is food and refrigerated products, glass bottled milk, chef's frozen pizza. So we added a small food aisle. Then on the other side we got a camping aisle. That was a second expansion, which we opened up on 4th of July. Memorial Day we had crowds. It's Patriotic Weekend. 4th of July we had a lot of crowds.
And the reasons for the crowds, according to Mark, is very simple. People feel good about buying products that are 100% American.
I've learned so much, and that a lot of the products, if it says Made in America on it, might only be 50% made in America. The other 50% is overseas. What's neat lately, Janet, we got people moving to us. You know, the product wasn't quite 100%, maybe it was 95, but they've adjusted their components, found American-made components, and they're moving to our store by saying, yes, it is 100% now, Mark. And my manager, Rob Whalen, he does a great job researching the product.
Once you walk into the Made in America store in East Aurora, you realize there is a wide variety of products to choose from.
It's really a big country store, quality products. The price is right in line, but that's the big thing, quality products. I don't really like the throwaway world. Having good quality American products is neat. Now we've got clothes, we've got jeans, we've got toys, metal art, a lot of small. We got our store products, which are hats and cups and frisbees. We got the Can Jam game, which is made by a local vendor, which is an excellent summer game. We got Johnny Ryan Pop, which is made in Niagara Falls. That's been a top seller. We got nostalgic steel signs that are, we're selling a ton of them. There's 10,000 different signs with different sayings. People love them. They have a lot of fun looking through them.
They also have camping supplies, fire rings, garden tools, kids games, and a food aisle with local products, from chef pizzas and sauce to milk that actually comes in a glass container. Mark and his staff know to keep people coming back, they need variety.
We're still looking for that 100% fishing pole. We've just worked with Leatherman Tools. We're going to have some tools, some hardware. People have been requesting jewelry. Women want ornaments for Christmas. We're going to find different things, and we're finding them. It just takes time to make sure. We don't want anybody to fraud us or make a wrong decision.
For all the attention the Made in America store has received locally, it has gathered just as much attention nationally and throughout the world. Mark recently was interviewed by reporters from Japan and spent last weekend on Fox and Friends in New York City. Through all the success, though, Mark will tell you the greatest pleasure he gets from the store are simple thank yous from people who believe in what he stands for.
The emails that came across from being on Fox, last weekend, that was incredible. We got, 4,000 hits in 10 minutes, and people just thanking me. This is what needs to happen in this country. So that I never expected. If it ended tomorrow, I'm happy. Again, if it created a job or saves a job, it's successful.
Sitting by the fishing poles, hearing the stories Granddad used to tell. The sun shining down upon me, my friends eating ice cream by the railroad tracks, waiting for trains to roll on by. Yes, I remember the simpler times of that summertime life. There were times of laughter when I didn't have no care, and the clock on the wall seemed to disappear. service. Grandma sure to make enough for everyone. We all bow our heads. Thank God for this day. Backyard family football, a Sunday drive to see the things we haven't seen. We're taking the back road. Granddad knows the way. Yes, I remember the simpler times of those summertime days. There were times of laughter when I didn't have no care, and the clock on the wall seemed to disappear. When the food on the table, well, got me back home, then it's back to my bike, to the great unknown. When the sun would set, say goodbye to my friends. I wish these nights would never end. They were the best of times back then. There were times of laughter when I didn't have no care, and the clock on the wall seemed to disappear. When the food on the table would got me back home, then it's back to my body, to the great unknown. When the sun would set, say goodbye to my friends. I wish these days would never end. They were the best of times. They were the best of times. They were the best of times back then.
Because China's a long drive to work.